Hello. So
Hello.
today I am with Michael, and we're going to talk about a few interesting things. We actually were having coffee, a good earth here in Calgary, and we actually have been exchanging a lot of good stuff. And I want to he would let's have him share some of the how we met and all that stuff, and why we're like meeting again, having fun conversations, and we go from there. Okay, so explain, just tell us how we met.
Okay.
Because you're funny that way.
Thank you. My name is Michael Black, and I'm here in Calgary. And I met Dee Mago about a little over a year ago at an event that we both took part of. And it was, can I say the name? Is it allowed?
Of course.
It was actually with Colin Sprague. And we both went to one of their discovery weekends and thought this was an amazing opportunity to expand ourselves, to find out a little bit about where we were going. And part of that exercise, which I think is pretty interesting, is Colin said, okay, find somebody in the room. It doesn't matter who you're going to find. The universe is going to work the way it's going to work, and you're going to be with the right person. So we ended up having each other as accountability partners. And from then on, we have been friends. And it's so strange because after a whole year, we can actually look back and find the successes that we've had and share this, and basically work through different problems we might have and discuss things that are important to us. And through that whole experience, we've developed a very good friendship. I think so.
Yep. Oh yes, of course. Yeah.
Give me some feedback. Give me something to go with it.
What's going on? Is she
Who's this
green or
guy
not?
sitting next to me?
So part of the thing that I thought would be really interesting is if we could do a little video to discuss a little bit about ourselves and where we've come from over the year and a bit, I guess, or just a little bit over a year, and to show kind of interesting how the universe works and how we never know where things are going to end up. But the importance of networking, getting ourselves out there, and overcoming fear. I think that was a big part of it. Were you scared when you went to that event? Were you kind of nervous?
Well, I didn't know what to expect, to be honest with you. It was interesting because I met Colin almost a year and a half before that.
Oh wow!
When he actually was having very few people in the room, and I was supposed.
We had a full house. We had like 100 people there.
So, but I was supposed to go to the business mastery. It was a year prior to when we met, actually.
Oh wow!
And what happens is 2 different girls out of nowhere were starting sending me invitations to go to this event, and I only have, seen these girls like only once in my life, and out of nowhere they were inviting me to that event.
Right.
And then I'm like, you know what? That's a sign. I was supposed to do that in February. I didn't. I have been pushing even that from the year before, right? Just pushing it, and I'm like, you know what, let's get over with this, right? And seriously, it has been a life-changing for me altogether, because I have met people like you and like many other people that I currently work with, and for me, it's actually been to a point where I only choose to work with people that actually are part of Make Your Mark.
Oh wow!
Because we have the values, we have the same values. So Colin basically did the whole filtering for me.
Yay, Colin!
So and that's something that I really like it, and it's just about helping each other, growing, because we're all on the same path, right?
Yes.
And so where were you a year ago?
Well, it's so funny how the universe works. I just found out right now that Dee had waited a year to go to this thing. I too waited a year to go to this thing because every time it came up, it was like I'm doing something, I'm involved with something else, I couldn't go. And it literally took me another year after getting the invitation, the tickets from a friend of mine. Her name is Christine Lewis. Thank you. And I got these tickets, and she says, yeah, I think it's been really good for you. And again, I waited another year to actually get to the program.
Yeah.
So where I was there, I was very confused about a few things. I had been involved with a great company, had helped me with my health tremendously. And to the part where I used to walk with a cane. I had a very hard time with mobility. I could not be talking this long without coughing and using my puffer and things like that. My sleep was just horrible. I was a really hurting unit, let's put it that way. So this company and their ingredients helped me to get to the point where my health had gone up at least 200% from what it was.
Wow.
At that time, yeah, actually it was.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And at that time, I wasn't sure if that was what I wanted to do for the rest of my life. Great company, great benefits for me. I have a great testimonial about the company, but I was really struggling with: is this what I want to do for the rest of my life? Do I want to work with this great company, but be a partner with this company, or do I really want to grab hold of what resonated for me and move forward? And I felt that was the reason I was there, to get some confirmation as to where I really wanted to go, and did I have the courage to make that change. It was a big step, going from a multi-billion-dollar company out on my own. Going, no, that's good. I'm good, thanks. I'm going to do something on my own.
So a year ago, you were actually deciding to go with this company, or go on your own, which is what you're doing right now?
Going on my own. I had been with them for already a year at that point, and I was looking at this company as my be-all and end-all to become successful, rich, famous, all the rest of that stuff that goes along with being a network marketer.
Mm-hmm.
And I had a lot of dedication. I had a really good team, but it was always an uphill struggle for me. And in the back of my mind, I was always wondering...
Financially, or to find people or customers?
To find people the same mindset.
Yeah. Okay.
And the thing is, with customers, it seemed to be that I would get them on the product, they would go for a month, and the next month I'd have to say, hey, you want to get back, you want to continue. Next month after that, you want to continue.
Yeah.
So for me, that was not in my core alignment, having to constantly ask somebody to rebuy the same product over and over and over. To me, it would be much better to go to a store and do that and buy it regularly than me having to bother them. And what happened was, as nice as these people were, they started to get a little bit annoyed with me constantly calling. And that, I realized, was a real setback for me. So I was looking for something that would help me with my background, which is I have a business management degree, and I have health services in my field from ever since I was small, and my gifts are education, mentoring, challenge, and teaching. So that's what's about. People think I'm a great salesman. I'm not a great salesman. I'm a great educator. I'm a great educator about the product. I don't like selling things. I don't like selling things to people.
So here's what you're going to educate us on right now. So, because I wanted to mention, these are the products that he was talking about, but something interesting is actually the Ganoderma.
Ganoderma lucidum.
Educate us a little bit about this.
Thank you for the opportunity to do a little teaching. What Ganoderma lucidum is, for the basic, that's a botanical term. The basic term is reishi mushroom or long Z mushroom, and it is a very potent, powerful mushroom. Yes. That has been around for thousands of years, but it was only allowed to be given to the royal family, the emperor, basically, in China. Because it was so rare and hard to grow, they didn't have that many. And of course, they wanted the royal family to live long, because they were treated like royalty, but also like gods. Mm-hmm. So they've loosened up a little bit. They won't take your head off if you have it growing and decide to pick it, because that's how strict it was at the time. They would literally execute you if you actually were found with this particular ingredient. So this mushroom or herb basically does a lot of things for the internal body. Mm-hmm. What some of the benefits are, and again, I can't make health claims because I'm not a doctor. I can't make
but it's just...
However, what it has been known to do was to reduce stress, to increase better sleeping habits. So the more you drink, the healthier you become. It is a powerful antioxidant. It is also a powerful antibacterial, and the antioxidant, the other immune booster.
Immune system or anti-inflammatory.
Both of those.
Oh, okay, good.
So there's a lot of antis in there. And what it does is, because it's such an overall healing herb, and I use the word healing, is that
it is powerful.
It is almost like you're not overcoming things like illness or things that enter your system. You're actually building up your system to prevent it from actually getting that kind of stuff to affect it.
Exactly.
So it's working from the inside out. It's done amazing things for me. The inflammatory part has done worlds of good for me. It helps me with my lungs.
And something that I like about what you have said in the past, right? It is that if you love your coffee, right? Like just drink it, but you know that it's also helping you in so many other areas, right? So it is, you know, you're still having like the two things in one, right? So you have your coffee, if you're a coffee drinker, a coffee lover and stuff like that. The quality of the coffee is very good. I have it in the past. And but also you're getting all the benefits from this herb, which is awesome. And you are a good example of how good it was, right?
Oh,
for you.
Amazing. Like I said, I had a stream. The doctors had basically told me that I would have to have surgery on both knees, and that would have to reoccur about every 5 years in order to survive. I would not be able to work anymore. My asthma got to the point where I had to be parked really close to stores or things I had to get to, because if not, I would be choking and wheezing and having basically an asthma attack every single time I would go outside, because we live in a very cold climate, a very dry climate. In addition to that, when I was eating stuff, it was burning all the way down. I felt awful all the time. I couldn't sleep, and lots of acid indigestion. So all these things combined was just making my health deteriorate exponentially. Now, the one thing about this, because we say coffee, if you were paying attention, the coffee, a lot of people would say, oh, coffee's not good for you, it's got caffeine, it's got all this. Yeah, you're right. But guess what the Ganoderma does? It's something called an adaptogen. It actually negates the caffeine and negates the acid. Acid keeps us sick. When we have an acidic body, we are sick. We're in a state of illness. When you have an alkaline body, it has actually been proven you cannot get sick. So it actually helps you alkalize your system. And by negating the caffeine, that means that you can sleep at night. Yet it gives you the mental boost and mental clarity throughout the day that you would want, that you were hoping that boost of Java would give you. But this way it gets you that natural boost through the Ganoderma, not through the caffeine content. And yet, it's 85% of what people drink is coffee. Awesome. So you can drink as much as you want, as often as you want, and the more you drink, the healthier you become. This is just black. They come in different flavors, and latte, mocha. We've got tea. We actually now have the Ganoderma. It comes in capsule form. Nutraceuticals is what they call them. And if you are interested in the health programs, they actually have this in a smoothie. So for weight loss or for weight gain, if you want to be, if you're an exercise type person like Dee, who needs that extra protein, extra build for your muscles, healthy eyes, hair, teeth, muscles, skin, all that kind of stuff, it helps for that as well.
So what's going to happen next?
Education, I love it.
So what's going to happen next? It is we are having conversations, and we are going to see what we can do together and how we can support each other. And he's right now a coach, and he actually support and guide people on their business and personal side. Depends depends on what the case will be. So, but the whole idea it is to find ways that we can support each other, because we understand, like, we cannot do absolutely everything, right? And that we also understand, and that we also understand that health and fitness, it is an important element that absolutely everybody should consider in order to make, in order to reach their goals in a easier and more relaxed way, because you don't, in the moment that you don't have to worry about your health or your physical condition, right, it will be way easier to release the stress levels and be able to focus on your business and actually guide, as you would do, guide that person to go through everything that they have to go through in order to achieve their financial goal or business goal, whatever the case will be. So stay tuned. Let's see what happened.
Your decision. We never answered the question.
Which question?
Was the decision I had made from back there through meeting with Dee in Colin Spring was to branch out on my own and to take these skills I had and become an actual coach for business and personal. And why I'm sticking with this particular product is because it had such a dramatic effect in my life. Now what I do is I use this as the physical part of my coaching. When people are stressed, they're not sleeping, they're worried all the time, they can't focus at work.
And they still want their coffee.
They want their coffee, but their coffee burns them or it gives them a sore stomach. this is the kind of stuff I can help with the physical part of the coaching. And that's why I
You
decided.
can combine stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah,
and I didn't have to be 100% a proponent of the actual company. I could do that in addition to what I was doing. So I can still continue with health and very much what you do with the nutrition and the fitness and all that kind of stuff. I can add this to my complementary services.
Well, thank you. Thank you for all your, you know, so anyway, so thank you very much. Stay tuned. There are a lot of things happening in my vlogs, and you can look at my Facebook page, share, like, comment, ask me questions, ask him questions.
Thank you.
If you have any question for him particularly, I can pass that on to him and say, you know what, there's this question for you. But I think sharing, if there's anybody that you think will be interested in all the information that we actually just talk about, just you know, stay tuned, connect with us, and have a good day.
Yes.
Take care.
Bye-bye.